Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are out in Spanish Town, and this is the Spanish Town train station, and this is one of the trains that actually run in Jamaica today. As you can see, it's very old, but it is operational and it's used as part of the student train service. Now Jamaica doesn't have a passenger train service, which is very, I would say, ironic and sad, because Jamaica was the first country in the Western Hemisphere outside of North America to have a train service. The first train service offered in Jamaica was from Kingston to Spanish Town, and that's where we are now. This was the first service offered in Jamaica. At the peak, up to 1 million Jamaicans travel by train a year, going from Portland all the way to Montego Bay, right around the island. And to know that we don't have a train service now, it's really sad. Now, if you look at domestic transportation in Jamaica, it needs help. We have no train service, none. We have no domestic airline. We have aerodromes that sit idle. The Tinsapen aerodrome is going to be closed and used as a parking, as storage, as part of the expansion of the wharf. We have no domestic airline service, and the JUTC doesn't offer island-wide bus service. It only goes around the Kingston metropolitan area, and just recently it's going to St. Thomas and Maypen and Mandeville. So, of all the domestic ways to travel domestically, I think the train is the one that needs to get going. Guys, let us know what you think. Leave your comments in the section below. That is a Spanish Town train station, and looks like that's how when it was originally built. I don't think anything has been done to it. It still stands, and that was built hundreds of years ago. Those train stations are historic sites. But if Jamaica is going to restart a passenger train service, and the government is trying, they need better trains. These trains from 200 years ago aren't going to cut it. Now, they currently have plans to expand the passenger train service. They have plans to, well, the boxside trains, which is what we're looking at now, these still run carrying aggregate to and from the port, between the factories, the plants, and the port. So you have those trains that run. You have the student trains that run from Kingston to Linstead. It's not island wide, it's a small section. They only carry 400 students a day, and they are trying to increase it to 5,000 a day. They're trying to get a passenger service for adults going between Kingston and St. Catherine, and they have some tourist trains they plan to start between Montego Bay and Appleton Estate. So that basically is what they have on the table now. Now, to get the service going, and even if it runs at a loss, I mean, the JUTC loses $20 billion a year. It doesn't bother anybody. The trains need to get going. If you can have a train service between Kingston, Spanish Town, Portmore, that would be great. And then if you have one between Kingston and Montego Bay, that would be great. Those are the passenger routes they should focus on first, and then expand to other parts of the island. Now remember, the train lines are there already. The Jamaica Railway Corporation owns the land that these train lines run on, because the train lines were run hundreds of years ago before Jamaica was so developed. So the lines are there. All they need is some modern cars, train cars, and these look like these aren't going to cut it. We have a tour where we went inside the car, and you can see, check it out on the channel. But these cars aren't going to cut it. So we're going to go through an article that gives more information on this train service in Jamaica. Jamaica has a rich railway history dating back to the 19th century when trains played a crucial role in the country's economic and social development. However, over time, passenger rail service were discontinued, leaving the island dependent on road transportation. Today, efforts to restart train services have been met with both enthusiasm and challenges. Jamaica was the first country in the Western Hemisphere outside of North America to develop a railway system. The Jamaica Railway was established in 1845, making it one of the earliest rail systems in the world. The first railway line ran from Kingston to Spanish Town, a distance of 21 kilometers or 13 miles. Over the next century, the railway expanded to serve major towns and agricultural areas, producing a critical means of transporting goods, especially sugar, banana, and bauxite, as well as passengers. At its peak, the Jamaica railway system had 271 kilometers or 168 miles of track, connecting Kingston, Montego Bay, Port Antonio, and other key locations. The trains were widely used by school children, workers, and businesses. However, as road infrastructure improved and cars and buses became more common, railway usage declined. Despite its early success, Jamaica's railway system faced multiple challenges that led to the discontinuation of passenger services. Some of the key reasons: 1. Financial losses. The government owned Jamaica Railway Corporation struggled with high operational costs and declining revenues. By the 1970s and 80s, maintaining the rail network became increasingly expensive. 2. Competition from road transport. With better road networks and the rise of public buses and taxis, fewer people relied on trains. Bus services like the Jamaica Urban Transit Company (JUTC) and private minibuses became more flexible and accessible. 3. Aging infrastructure. The railway tracks, stations, and trains suffered from years of neglect, and repairs were costly. Bridges, tunnels, and other structures required major upgrades which the government could not afford. Hurricane damage. Number 4. Hurricane damage. Natural disasters such as hurricanes and floodings damage railway lines, further increasing the cost of repairs. 5. Privatization attempts. Efforts to privatize the railway system in the 1990s failed, as private investors were hesitant to take on the financial burden of reviving passenger services. As a result, passenger train services were officially discontinued in 1992, leaving only a few freight trains in operation. Alright guys, so that is the end of the update article. So let us know what you think. Leave your comments in the section below. I think people will use the train, but you're going to need modern train cars. Modern train cars. Luxury train cars. If they bring those in and restart the service, I think it will be a big success. And even if it loses money, I mean, it will eventually expand. So it might lose money initially, but at least Jamaica will be able to, people will be able to move around. The same model that they have for the JUTC is the same one they could use for the trains. Alright guys, let us know what you think. Leave your comments in the section below. Have a good day.